what is it, Thursday of the new year, the first Thursday of the new year, right? Can we say that? Is that it's comfortable to say? Nah, can't be the first Thursday. It's the second Thursday of the year they call it, 2025. In America, anyway. Hey Siri, what year is it in China?
It's Friday, January 10th, 2025 in Beijing, China mainland.
Hmm. Hey Siri, when is the Chinese New Year?
Chinese New Year is on Wednesday, January 29th, 2025.
Oh, they got a different New Year than us. Okay. Makes sense. Let's get right into it. Peace and blessings. Uh, much praise and honor to the Most High for the opportunity. First and foremost, let's never forget we were given the opportunity. What you do with that is indeed up to you. Don't let nothing get in your way of being the best version of yourself, even you. I am nature. Good day to you, Chef Boss. Whatever the names you want to call it, it is what it is, okay? Let's not get caught up on the semantics. But let's have a conversation. MABW, she thinks it should be considered harassment when men approach women they like. That's the conversation. Let's see what happens.
Salute to the MABW team. I'm back with another video. Yo, I really don't understand, right? How some women can be so ignorant over the internet. I don't understand how they can be this silly and they don't understand why men aren't approaching them this day and age. Men not approaching you women this day and age has nothing to do with men being terrified of you. It has everything to do with social media. And what I mean by social media is that when men pull up on you women and try to have conversation with you, you women for some reason will go all out and act the most ignorant when men are just trying to speak to you, get to know you. If you have a boyfriend, just say you have a boyfriend. If you don't want to be dealt with, just say you don't want to be dealt with. This bimbo broad right here, you would think that as big of a forehead that she has, that her brain operates very well. But for some reason, this big foreheaded broad, her brain doesn't operate well. I'm not going to talk anymore. Let's get right into the damn video.
Hello, everyone. So I have seen this complaint from men that they are no longer approaching women, period. They don't want to be accused of harassing women, or I don't know, they're scared or something. And I think that it's very funny because it's like the men don't get the message. Like it's not complicated, yet they complicate it unnecessarily. And here's what I mean. Men think that they should be able to approach a woman anywhere at any time.
Yeah, I'm not even gonna show her face. It matters not. The forehead he was talking about is a thing, and she has some type of childlike berate thing with on her head, like a Minnie Mouse type shit. That's what she got on. But, ma'am, how many men did you ask this question that you coming out talking about men think? Do they? Do all men think? Do most men think? Do 88 niggas think they can just walk up to a woman whenever they want? You just saying shit because you have no fact checking. Nobody has to be on no fact checking time. We can just say shit out loud and keep it pushing. Let's listen.
Time when they see a woman outside, wherever she is, she could be at the gym, she could be walking down the street, she could be on the train. For some reason, a lot of men feel as though they should be able to approach
a lot of men,
any woman at any time.
That's what men do. Isn't that how you get to know somebody, you goofy bitch? Isn't that how you get to know somebody? You should, as a man, if you're feeling somebody, you should approach them at any given time that you get that opportunity, because you may not ever get that opportunity again in life. Is that really a problem? You're saying that men shouldn't approach women anywhere? Well, you tell me this, genius, since you have the big brain. Where should men approach women at? What time of day? What hour? What day of the week? When should we actually approach women? To the women out there, if men are actually feeling you, you're single, you're not married, should that man approach you and make that move? Because all I've been hearing over the internet lately, especially with you women, is that men aren't approaching us anymore. Men aren't interested in us anymore. And the reason we don't approach chicks in the gym, y'all should already know why. Men, what have you seen thus far from women going to gyms? The bros are in the gym actually working out, getting their gains up, and you have these bimbo chicks that keep coming in the gym for about 5 minutes. They set up their camera. When they get the perfect shot of the guy looking at them in the camera, they instantly leave the gym and upload a video of that guy taking a peek at them. Then that guy is all over TikTok wondering why a goofy bitch is calling him a creep. What the fuck are you talking about?
For any reason, because she's outside and existing. And then they get upset when they approach that woman and the woman rejects them, because one, they just assumed that it was perfectly okay for them to approach her because she was outside existing and they saw her and they were attracted to her. And then they're upset because they're like, well, women keep saying we're harassing them.
That's another thing. What group of women are getting together and deeming you the face of their concerns? Like, you, just so many women. Just let's just say 20 women randomly come to you, or purposely have come up to you like, girl, I'm being harassed everywhere I go. Men keep trying to talk to me, but nobody's wondering, how are they coming up to you? Are they coming up to you respectfully? How are you dressed? Where are you at? What's the situation? No context to nothing. Just a woman existing, a nigga just bothering her. You're right. Keep going.
And this is the thing. You guys don't know how to read the room. And when I say read the room, I'm saying to you that, first of all, just because a woman is outside existing and you're attracted to her does not give you the power to talk to her.
Do you hear how dumb she sounds? Just because women are out and about and the women are...
Hey, man. Are niggas knocking on your door after following you home and they sat in the car for a few minutes, let you get settled, watch what apartment you went into, if you got them type of apartments? A lot of these apartments now, shit, it's not like the old days where there's no gate, there's no nothing. Unless you stay in a nice spot where it's not really an apartment, you can tell where a bitch live at. If it's one of these 3-story townhouse joints, that's the only way you would be able to see it. If it's no gate, how would you know where a bitch going? But I'm just, just to make a hypothetical. You saying niggas is showing up to your door? Nah, you in public, B. When you in public, you can be approached. That's how many times I've been in public. Didn't work at a store. Hey, excuse me, sir. You know what such and such is? You know what da 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 da. I might not been in a mood. I might not this and that, but I had to remember, I'm out in the public. I can be seen. What's going on?
Women are out in the outside world existing. That does not give us the right or the power to talk to women that we're possibly attracted to. How many of you women out there believe that? Ladies, picture this. She can't picture this because she's not attractive. But picture this. You're attractive. You're single. For the most part, women like attention. A man that has himself together comes up on you to talk to you. Would you be mad about that? Let's have a real conversation here. You're out in the outside world existing. Is there a perfect time, place, day of the week, hour to approach you? Or if a man sees you and he's interested in you, should he take his damn jump shot? Talk to me real quick. This is what I'm talking about. You get goofy, big foreheaded bitches like her that keep on coming over the internet talking about nothing. And I'm talking about her specifically. So this doesn't apply to all the women out there. But if any woman out there have the same thought process as her, you're goofy as fuck. You're straight goofy as fuck.
That's rule number one. Rule number one. Just because you're attracted to her doesn't mean you should be able to approach her. Okay?
Because you're attracted to her, that doesn't mean you should be able to approach her.
What the fuck are you talking about?
So what are the guys supposed to do then? See, the guys aren't falling for your reverse psychology. This is what's wrong with bimbos like her. They're trying to use reverse psychology on guys right now because guys, they don't care about these Western women no more. Guys will approach you if they feel the need to, but for the most part, if you do reject them, respectable men, they will keep it pushing. They'll keep it pushing. There's nothing else to say. We're not going to degrade you, talk about you, or keep trying. There are respectable men out there who, if they get turned down, they don't look at it as this, I feel they're harassing. We don't care. That's what some of you Western women don't, the fellas really don't care. I keep telling bimbo bitches like you that guys aren't over the internet talking about this shit day in and day out like big foreheaded bots like you. I keep telling you that. But for some reason, women keep coming online making videos about men. They're not doing reaction videos about men. They don't have boyfriends, and they also claim they don't need men. But they keep coming up online acting like we're scared to approach them when that's not the case. The case is we don't give a fuck anymore. Listen, MGTOW, MABW, some of the red pill men out there in that atmosphere, the manosphere, men been checked out. What the fuck are you talking about? Men have been checked out. They aren't chasing you anymore. Men have learned your ways. And women like you specifically, you don't understand that yet. All that brain for nothing.
Now, the point in which this woman is making knows what a looker is. Everybody sees what that is. Even men, we're not attracted to men. Well, regular men aren't. Yeah, I said it. Heterosexual men are the regular men. And men who have penises that like other men, I don't know what that is. You call it things you can make up. It's imagination station. But anywho, because how did you get here? If you like, what are you talking about, man? Where you getting your information from? You know what I mean? Let's keep going.
Have we gotten that? I'm trying to make it very clear. I know a lot of you all will not understand. You will still miss the point. But
what are you talking about?
You cannot approach a woman just because you're attracted to her. There has to be other things happening. And that's the part you're missing. It is harassment. You are harassing women if you just are attracted to a woman.
Wow.
What is the Bob talking about, B? Just to be talking.
The words women love using against men: harassment,
narcissism,
assault, abuse. No matter what we do. Now, if men, ladies, talk to me real quick. If us men approach you because we're attracted to you, you look good, you got it going on. He looks good, possibly he has it going on, has himself together. If he approaches you, that's harassment. Talk to me, ladies. You know how many people would miss out possibly sharing a good life with their significant other if they never approached that person or never took their jump shot. See, that's what the bros been doing, especially back in the past. Men have met, some of the guys out there have met their future spouse or their past, whatever it may be, they met their spouse because they decided to take that chance and talk to her. That's what people supposed to naturally do on the outside. That's what men, for the most part, do in the real world, on the outside world. We pull up on women respectfully and we talk to them. What are you talking about? It's harassment now?
She just talking.
Dumb bitches like you don't understand why men don't want to approach big foreheaded bitches like you. You just don't understand. Because goofy bitches like you gotta come on the internet and say stupid shit like this. And you're the type of goofy bitch that women need to flame and tell you to shut the fuck up. Because I'm pretty sure the women watching right now, if they're single, not married, they want to get approached by men. And even if they are married and have boyfriends, they still like the attention. What the fuck are you talking about?
Oops.
The woman, you decide to talk to her and she doesn't want to be bothered. And that's within her right. She has the right to not want to be bothered by a stranger, a strange man. Because, contrary to what you believe, women get approached a lot and it gets to be exhausting and irritating and annoying. So yeah, there's a lot of
And
time.
they can respectfully turn that man down. Every time they get approached, they can say, you know what, I'm good, respectfully. And I'm pretty sure a respectful man will keep it pushing. It's not no sweat off his back. There's millions upon millions of women in the world. Unfortunately, I'm pretty sure you don't get that type of attention. So you shouldn't even be talking on this situation. You wouldn't know nothing about that from the way you look.
Oops.
You have no, in my eyes, you have no room to speak on that, judging from the way you look.
Times you're going to get rejected. In fact,
It
that's
may-
part of the process.
It may
You're
go
gonna
ham
probably
on
get
her,
rejected.
man.
The thing that
It
you
may
need to be
go
looking
ham.
for when you want to approach a woman is, first of all, are you in a social setting where talking to strangers is actually, you know, we're
What are you
enjoying
talking
it.
about,
we want
bitch?
that. Is this
Who cares
setting?
what
Are
you
you in a
want?
place
You're in
where
public.
talking to strangers is encouraged? Are you at a party?
Hey, man. You ever pulled up to a gas station to get gas and to only get gas and you didn't want to stop to get gas, but you need to stop because your light just came on or it's close to coming on, so you're doing the responsible, mature thing, pulling over, next exit, wherever I'm at, closest gas station, going and put a little something, in here. You get out your car, and before you can get inside, somebody says, hey, brother, you think you can help me with a little change? Hey, brother, you got a light? Hey, man, what time is it? I've been hit, bro. I can use your phone real quick, man. I lost my phone and I need to call my sister. I was at the gas station the other day. Lady say, right in front of me, she was in the car was on. Came out. She was outside the car saying the car ain't working no more. Do you have any jumper cables? I'm just giving you countless times just going to the gas station. You see, none of these trying to talk to me experiences had shit to do with somebody trying to approach me because they like me. It just got something to do with approaching, what she said, a stranger. Strangers talking to me and they don't know me for shit. They not even trying to get to know me. They not trying to give me nothing, but they asking for shit. Everybody asking for some shit. And they don't feel no, oh, I shouldn't ask this nigga. Shit, he here. What the fuck you want me to not ask? Simple logic ain't making sense, man.
Are you at an event? Are you at some kind of fair or some kind of
Fair.
concert? Is this a
What the
place?
fuck is the difference? She still can look at you awkward. According to you, if we approach him anyway, that's harassment. So what the fuck would it matter if she was at a fair, at an event? Let me tell you something with your big ass forehead, okay? Men, we're not going to parties. We're not going to clubs for the most part. We're not going to these singles events. That's all women going to those things. When's the last time you seen a man at a singles event? I'll wait. A man that's qualified. Let me put it like that.
Yeah, that's
when the last time y'all seen men at a
desperate.
Singles event? Men don't need to go to singles event because there's a flood of women waiting out there for the men out there that are qualified. Let me be real clear. We don't care about approaching you. That's the reason we don't care about approaching you is because there's a flood of other women we can get, especially if we fly out. If you got it like that. Men have woke up, but of course you don't understand that. You got two brains in your head for no reason.
Where women want to be approached. That's question number one. If it is, then you're probably on a good path. Number two, did she make any kind of eye contact or any kind of flirtatious move to make you think she may want you to approach? Did you see that? Or did she look down or look away or try to move away from you? Because you need to see that she's inviting through the body language. She's inviting you to approach her. Because if she's not...
So men have to wait for a signal for them to approach women. To the bros out there.
What year
How
did
many
this
of
start?
you sat around growing up in your life and you waited for women to give you a signal before you approached them? Or did you just take your jump shot? Whether they looked at you or not, or gave you that signal or not.
She got her back turned to me.
Yo, you can tell. No man.
She got her back turned to me. She with her homegirls or got something going on. I'm going to try to find it in the most respectful way. A lot of times, it's women I've never spoken to because they got their children with them. Or somebody's children with them. Or something. Where I'm just like, all right, how you doing? You know what I'm saying? I greet anyone. But to make some type of power play... A lot of times a woman ain't looking at you. She doing what she doing. You seen her. She didn't see you yet. Fuck is you talking about? She ain't seen me yet. If she seen me, she ain't gonna come talk to me because that's been the nature of how this man-woman shit work. So she looking for the man to approach. Am I off? Has this not been going on in society?
No men approach her. You could tell. You can tell she doesn't get that type of attention. She actually sees other prettier women than her. That her whole face is her whole face is eyebrows. Look how big her eyebrows is. Her whole face is eyebrows, literally. But you can tell she's not used to getting approached. She goes to clubs and watch other women to get approached, and she gets mad by what she sees because other women get a lot of attention and she doesn't. I know how this goes, man. You ain't fooling nobody. You ain't fooling nobody. Nobody. What you got? 2,200 subs? The 2,200 people that watch you or listen to you, there's some damn buffoons, especially if they're women. When has it come a point in time where women, I want to be clear, women don't want attention from men. Women don't want to be approached by men. They think it's harassment. Since when?
It's always
not giving you any kind of signal that she may possibly be open to inviting you to talk to her. Don't approach her. If she's looking down, if she's wearing earphones, if she's reading a book, all of those things are saying do not approach. Yet for some reason, you guys are making this complicated. It's not complicated. It's not. As long as there's some kind of nonverbal contact, eye contact, smiling at you, signaling come over. If there's none of those things, she doesn't want you to approach her.
Imagine how many people would not be together if men had to wait for women to give them a look to invite them into their life. Imagine. Sit here and really think about that. Imagine men sitting around waiting for women to give them eye contact before they approach those women. I'm going to sit here and wait. I'm not going to throw my jump shot. I have to wait for her to look at me, and I have to know she has to give off that signal that she... You know how stupid you sound? Even the women looking at you right now are like, you sound stupid. I promise you. I promise you. You think some of the women that are married right now or who have a good boyfriend or whatever, you think that they actually waited to get that guy a signal? Sometimes those guys just walked up on those women and they lived happily ever after. And she probably never gave him a signal in her life. The dude just walked up respectfully and talked to her. It was simple as that. And now they're a happy family with the white picket fence.
And this is the part that's driving me crazy, because you guys are like, oh, they always think we're harassing them. Well, you are, because you're not paying attention to the signals.
How many other bros out there would harass her? Because now us approaching women is harassment. Guys, us approaching women, it's harassment. According to her, at least.
You're just thinking you're the one that gets to choose whether you get to talk to someone or not, and you're not. It has to be mutual, and that's the part that a lot of men are missing. You guys are missing the fact that she also has to be interested in you. And sometimes you're still going to get rejected. She might smile, get to, have you come over, and then realize that I don't like you.
Isn't that part of the whole process, dummy? You approach her. If she rejects you, you keep it pushing. If she doesn't reject you, y'all exchange numbers. Voila. Isn't that the whole point of cold approaching someone? You act like guys can't face rejection and be like, okay, no problem. You look beautiful anyway. I just want to give it a shot. Guys are not scared of rejection. I don't know what type of pookies you've dealt with or who have whooped your ass, the pookies, but the men that are qualified, they're not scared of rejection. Believe me when I tell you that. We can get rejected by one girl and have a better chick than her later on down the road. Oops. And maybe it was a blessing in disguise if we did get rejected.
Hey.
Men aren't scared of rejection.
Hey.
And we're not scared to cold approach women in general.
Come on.
And that can happen too. But
roll the dice on a bitch.
Yeah. That's not a real issue. Shit, it's a you issue. Like, you need to
I get some more dice.
Approaching women is okay. And I'm gonna tell you,
I got a
don't
gang of dice
when they're doing stuff. When they're running errands, they don't want you. And then she's like smiling and hey, come over. Just leave that lady alone. She does not want to be bothered with you. Stop harassing women. But yeah, go to social events and go to places where women
don't go to social events, you bimbo. We don't go to social events. Only y'all go to social events. That's why it's all women there that are thirsty for men.
Oops.
But let me guess, you don't want us approaching you at the social events because that would be considered harassment according to you, right? We should wait. You think men are going to go to social events just to talk to women? Oh, we need to go to social events every day, bros. If we want women, we need to go to all these men don't got to do that. Only women like you have to do that. Let me be clear.
Are open to being asked out. That's how you do it, fellas. It's not complicated. It's easy. It's you guys are just and stop being so afraid of rejection, because rejection is a part of the game. You're gonna get rejected, but that's okay. No, you just try again. Okay.
Let's stop the damn video right there. She has got to be the stupidest bitch.
MAB wasn't going for it, man. Listen. I don't know what times we live in, man. Y'all gonna look at me, oh, he a bigot. He it is not a bigot, but he hate women and all this old shit. I don't hate no particular nothing. Oh, but I dislike intensely fuck girl or fuck boy behavior. Your actions, your behaviors toward others, your mindset, where it affects others, it hurts others. Yeah, I got a strong problem with that. And propaganda is what got Hitler in control and other leaders over time, pushing propaganda, but he did it to an utmost level. They did it to us in the States, not just to us, but shit, a lot of us in the United States, I'm talking about. Propaganda. What went on during the 70s, during the cannabis situation, cannabis was marijuana now. It was termed as, some other type of wacky tobacco. It was only done by Mexican immigrant workers and thugs and killers and rapists. That's what it made you do. And they put out movies and all type of shit on this shit, man. Like big propaganda. And if that's what you pushing to the people, that's all they know. That's what they believe. That's why people like me, they call each other black. I'm a black man. You see me, I ain't black. You feel me? We got a bloodline in us from a group of people. I'm lighter than a lot of people that's considered one of me. And even amongst my own people, they don't consider me. You know what I'm saying? I'm supposed to be a certain type of way because I'm lighter than you. U.S. government don't see me no different, my G. So let's stop it. And I know that. Do you? They've allowed for us to, in so many ways, tear each other down from within and outwardly to others. We don't trust one another. We don't work well with one another unless it's for some bullshit. Let's just be honest. If it's for some bullshit, people got a lot of time and attention, effort, whatever you want to call it, money, everything. But if I say I want to start a community center next week and a community garden, we going to buy the 1 square acre of land. We just want 1 acre. And we're going to let us twerk from there. Let us build the irrigation system for the garden. Let us bring in individuals within the community that want to help and put it all together from the design of it to what we grow in it. Of course, we're in January in Georgia, so whatever we can do later and now, we getting there going on that acre. If we building greenhouses, of course, we got shit that's outside in the elements, but we gonna have a little freeze, so in the greenhouse, of course. That's what I'm into, man. I mean, I like to talk to y'all from time to time, but it's really in between trying to get some shit accomplished in this world, man. Y'all wanna just twerk and fucking suck and be entertained, man. I feel you, but we gotta stop. We gotta stop having so much content creator. What about in real life? Creating job opportunities, creating products, creating problem solving for the world. I'm not trying to entertain you niggas. I'm just entertaining, but you can come on the turf and while we doing great things, you know what I'm saying? You might hear a gem. You feel me? I don't need your support on here. I need your support in real life. I don't care about your likes, nigga. Come fuck with me in real life. I'm as bold to say I want to be a part of getting rid of homelessness. Yeah, people always say it's always gonna be homelessness. Then that means you believe people should be homeless. To me, you don't. No. I'm gonna make it. Certain shit gonna be on some communist shit. Nigga, you're not allowed to sleep outside. Get your ass in this penthouse suite, nigga. Fuck wrong with you? Why you doing him like that? He wanna be outside and it's 28 degrees. He ain't got no clean clothes, shoes. He ain't got nothing. He ain't got nothing to eat. He's just fucked over. Why you won't leave him fucked over? That's the world we live in. I'm supposed to leave my man fucked over. Cause he might be mentally fucked up already by the time I got the bruh. where he real resistant on receiving some help because of his state of mind being abandoned for some who got their mind. Some of them shot out. They shot the fuck out. That's the only reason a nigga could be. Y'all don't know about Georgia Regional and other hospitals where perfectly fine individuals, man, you call it what you want. They had a break. Is this one way of, they had a break. Hey Siri, what is it called when somebody has a mental break?
I found some web results.
She gonna
I
ask
can
for
show
the
them
phone.
if you ask again from your iPhone.
I ain't answering on my iPhone. Hey Siri, what is a mental break?
A mental breakdown is a general term used to describe a period of overwhelming mental distress. It is usually used to refer to an intense set of emotions a person experiences in a wide variety of mental illnesses, including depression, stress disorder, and anxiety. This answer is from medicinenet.com. For any medical advice, consult your doctor. For more, say open this on iPhone.
You get it. It's been doctors, judges, lawyers, policemen, school teachers, the rich. You get me? People doing very well that somehow were in a mental institute. They wasn't there no more. Wasn't there no more, man. That's what usually lead people. It's not just straight money issues. That's what people think about homeless people. They ain't got no money. That's how they got fucked up. Nah, it could be one particular thing, or it could be a bevy of things. Hey Siri, what does the word bevy mean?
Bevy means a large group of people or things of a particular kind.
Okay. Bevy, word of the day. Use it sometimes. Come on, man. I can go on and on, but I am here for entertainment, so I talk that real shit in real life.
I'd rather be single than date a broke man. Hear me out. As a single woman, when I go out, I get free shit. I go to a bar, someone's buying me a drink. I go anywhere, guys are like wanting to spend money on me. If I was with a broke man, I would literally have to turn down those advances by other men to stay loyal and faithful and respectful to my broke boyfriend. But if I'm with a guy with means and he can get me all these things and I don't feel like I'm missing out in the world, then that is a fair trade. But why would I trade all my free shit that I'm getting for a guy who's broke doing nothing for me? I just don't feel like that's a fair trade. I don't know. What do you think? Men really don't respect your time, but they love to waste it. Like, I am so floored and flabbergasted at the audacity of men. Like, when they're interested or fake interested, whatever you want to call it, and they want to hit you up every day, text you, they expect a text back right away. They expect you to be on the phone with them for 2 hours a day. Meanwhile, you still have to work to provide for yourself. You still have to pay your own bills. You still have things to do, but they want to catch an attitude if you're not readily available for them. But when it comes down to it, they're not doing anything for you. Like, I would rather save my time and spend it with a man who's paying my bills or taking me out on nice dates or putting effort in me. I'll give him all the time in the world. Like, I'll give him the time of day for sure. But you, sir, want me to give you my precious youth and my precious time to wait on you, and I get nothing in return? Babes, the 2-hour conversation is more for you than for me. That's not what I require. Like, I require dates. I require you planning things. But people in the comments were saying I don't look good enough to get what I'm asking for. They were saying me as a plus size woman, that lowers my value because I'm a bigger girl.
It does.
Me, not looking the role of, what some would consider a high value woman. I'm not thin, I'm not light skinned. I don't look a certain way, and they feel like what I'm asking for is only available to women who look a certain way. But in my personal life, in my personal dating life, I date high value men from what people are saying are high value, or people who make six figures or over. I've dated lawyers, doctors, engineers, different types of people, and I never once thought, oh, they're not going to date me because I'm plus size. That was never really a thing. But like when I saw the backlash and all the comments, and I even got into it with some of my, like, some celebrities and some like actors that I watched for years on television. I'm like, are you kidding? And so I would get into it with them. And even some like relationship coach, some dating coach, they had negative things to say about my standards and what I'm looking for. So, you know, honestly, like, I understand that everybody's coming from a different lane, everybody's different, but like for me in my life, that has been a normal thing. So I'm not looking at it as, whoa, that's wild. You want a man to pay for a date? You want a man to pay for your Uber? That's crazy. But that's like normal for me. So.
Let's unpack it.
Before we get to unpack it, the level of cap within this is absolutely ridiculous, and I think that it's just really just tied to her ego. When I first started to see her videos bubble up and go viral, I first thought that she had a mental issue, like a mental health issue. But then I realized that she was dead ass serious. But oftentimes what she'll do is that she'll use like this statement of, well, this is who I've dated in the past. And she has video after video speaking about, as an overweight model, that these are the type of dudes that she's dated with in the past. My first thought is cap, but let's say that it is true. They're just dating you. They're just having fun with you while you're looking for a provider male. But dating guys that could pay for the entitled lifestyle or the privileged lifestyle that you're looking for has absolutely nothing to do with retaining them. Because I know for sure I'll be damned if I work hard enough my entire life to make the type of money to live that type of lifestyle for a bigums. Nope.
So, you know, I'm not even gonna lie to you. I'm gonna be super upfront and honest. When I did see that video, I did comment, and my comment wasn't the most positive of comments, right?
Delusional.
But you know, I want to unpack this in a more like what we sit here at 8 at the table, which we're gonna bring this back in 2023, is let's peel the layers back, you know, and let's really start to understand. Because before I deem anything, I need to understand more about it, right? And the first thing I want to ask is, well, having certain standards and expectations is not a problem. It doesn't matter about what you technically look like. Now, the odds are in your favor when you are putting yourself on, you know, when you're putting yourself in a position as the idealistic, market-valued man or woman, right? Or high-valued man or woman. My question is,
trying to be nice about it? What the fuck are you talking about?
I'm assuming a man.
Yeah,
okay. Man. And he is able to fulfill all these things that you're asking for. What does your reciprocity look like?
Well, I would say for everybody it's different, and I really feel like, you know, it depends on who that man is and what he's looking for specifically. I know me as a person, what I can offer. I know what the kind of person I am. I'm very like nurturing, loving, like I like to, you know, I'm very traditional. You know, I like to keep a home nice. I like to cook, you know, like I want babies, like all of those things. You know, those are some of the things that I can give in a relationship, if that was what the relationship was leading to, if it was marriage, if it was what is exactly what I'm looking for. So, but I feel like that whole thing of men saying, you know, what do you as a woman bring to the table? I feel like, what do you want us to bring to the table? Because I made it very clear what I want you to bring to the table.
Right. Okay. Guys, listen. Let's just say, for example, that this wasn't the person on the couch that was saying this. Let's say that this was a legit 9 and is absolutely your type. Be very mindful. Be very, very, very mindful. Listen to what I'm about to say to you right now.
Listen.
Be very mindful of women that have all of these requirements, expensive requirements, whether it be financially expensive or mentally expensive, time expensive, all of these requirements for you. But when you ask them, proverbially, what do you bring to the table? They're not clear, or their answer is bullshit. This means that they spend the majority of their time looking outward on ways and situations that can benefit them without putting a mirror up to their face and looking at themselves to determine how could they be of value to others, or specifically to a man in a relationship. I find it so interesting that the majority of these women walk around and call men narcissists like they call the sky blue, but all that they are into is themselves and how you can benefit them. I introduce you to the mindset of the modern woman today. They're bred to be selfish. They're bred to be proud of their egos. And this one, proud of her delusion.
What is it that you're looking for from a woman?
Okay,
she,
let's
she doesn't know.
Right, so we had, you said that you've gotten these things from other men.
Okay.
Previously,
yes.
Right? Are you with any of them now?
No.
Okay. So I don't know what the reasons might be for them not working. But my question is, if they were giving you everything that you were asking for,
Why
didn't you keep them?
Right.
So every situation is different, but several of the guys that I've dated in the past, our core fundamental values weren't aligned. And because of that, it just wouldn't have worked out long term. And I feel like those things are more important and very important when you get past the dating phase and if the main thing, if he's a certain type of way that you're looking for, it comes down to okay, can I build a life with this man? Can I have children with this man? Can I see myself, long term with this man? Do our values line up? And if it doesn't make sense to keep going.
So, okay, we're going down the road, just letting you know.
Okay.
So, what are the values, the core values that you're seeking, and realistically,
I have thoughts, but I'll let this play out.
Spouse to have.
I want him to be a family man. He wants to, have children. He wants to have a family. He has a relationship with God. He, we vibe. He makes me laugh. We have chemistry. We enjoy each other's company. He is a provider, a protector. He's always dating me, pursuing me. He's always doing things that make a relationship, last longer than just if you just stop putting into the effort. So I guess someone who's consistent, someone who's putting in effort, someone who wants to be there, wants to be in a relationship. That's the kind of things that I look for in a man.
See, this is why it's so difficult to have conversations with women like this, or just women in general, because so much of their perception is wrapped up into their image that they'll often give you kind of this moralistic answer, but they won't give you an in reality answer. Based off of what she's saying, that's most men out there. But what she's not telling you, or what she's not saying, are the things why she deselected those guys. If she even deselected them. They probably deselected her, but her ego says to say the former as opposed to the latter. And what is one of those things? More than likely, her mindset around the generosity needed from those men to substantiate the lifestyle that she wants to live. But see, she's not going to say that outright. You have to tease that out of women like her. But they'll lie like all of these things actually matter. But understanding concepts of the RP, you know that their true nature, where it lies. Let's see if he teases this out.
Okay, so it's all right. I'm going with my own theory. Boom. So now, this is what I'm hearing, and correct me if I'm wrong. We can discuss this too. This is where I think sometimes the delusion sets in. Okay, is when your core values is really what you want, because you've had not you specifically.
This is what I'm saying
in general, right? The core values is really what people are looking for to sustain a long-term relationship. But they're leading with the tangibles that are technically, subjective. Because if I can possess all these tangible things, take you on a trip or do whatever, and take you to this restaurant, buy you clothes and pay for your hair and nails, but I don't align with God, or I'm not a family man, then I still don't work for you. So I think what we got to do, and people who are in this spot, in this place where everyone is using the social media to kind of, showcase who they are, is be more in depth with who you are, right? Because if I say, hey, you know what? I want a woman who is a good motherly woman for kids, and she's family oriented, and such and such. I think that limits the backlash, because I can't live with a girl who's not a family oriented woman, right? But I can date a girl who, you know, is a bad thief. You know what I'm saying? Like, you know what I'm saying? But like, she's only temporary, just as is the things that you're asking for the man. So now my question to you, to make it full circles, given that your dating history, if you had those things and they didn't work out, do you feel as if your expectations were in the wrong place?
I was with him at first, but the way that he has to go around the bush in order to not directly address the bullshit that is coming across from him is the reason why platforms such as myself or a Kevin Samuels has blown up. Women absolutely love this soft type of talk. Like, you have to caress and massage words in order to try to help them explain something because you're being empathetic enough to massage their sensitivities to society. It's hard for men to sit down and listen to conversations like this because it's not direct.
And I don't think so, because it's eventually the man that I end up with, the man that I marry, will be able to fulfill those requirements. So I feel like I'm wasting a man's time if he doesn't agree with it. Because I feel like you said my values are what I want. Yes, this is what I want. So a man who wants to date me and is, you know, and I let them know, because I'm very upfront, I'm very straightforward. I don't like to be, you know, deceitful or beat around the bush. Like, you know what you're getting, because I'm very out there with it, you know, because I don't want to waste his time and be disingenuous. I feel like I'm being my genuine self when I let you know, like, this is what I like and this is what I want.
I think what happens is people try to set the bar high, right? They set the bar high.
Unrealistic.
Themselves, and they set the bar high because if I can at least get this, if this doesn't work out, I still got something out of it. But realistically, the bar being set high is really disregarding and dismissing what you need and trying to replace it with what you want.
What do I need?
What you need is a family man. What you need is all the reasons for why the guy who possessed all the tangible things gave you, but didn't work out. Those missing elements are the actual necessities, because if he possessed those, I'm assuming he would probably still be here.
Yes, you're right. And this is, yeah, exactly. It didn't work out because he wasn't that family man that I'm looking for. But I'm going to ask you, how do you determine in a dating relationship if he is going to be that person for you? Because I've dated guys who don't have money and who don't, you know, don't match the requirements. They can't give me those. They can't provide for me in that way. They're definitely family men, but I'm thinking about, okay, like, I'm going to have to go to work. I'm going to have to, like, bring the bread home. I'm going to have to, like, take care of us, because he's a nice guy and he's a family guy and maybe he's a good father, but he's not a provider. And that puts me in a really bad position.
She's lying, and here's how I know that. She keeps leveraging the idea that her previous relationships broke up because they weren't family men, but then she just so quickly moves into this financial thing, which is what I said earlier. It's her requirement for finances, requiring a top 5% guy while she is not a top 5% woman, is the delusion that has to be addressed in these conversations. And when I say delusion, her perception of herself and what she is owed by a man is not realistic. If you were deemed attractive enough to get what you want, you would already have it by now.
Thanks.
You would have a ring on your finger, or you would not have went viral for your expectations. Unrealistic people go into a Lamborghini dealer with $1,000 expecting to walk out with a Lamborghini. This is the same thing.
Is it okay for a man to be, I'm just asking, this is opinion, actually, ladies, you know, is it okay for a man to be a good husband, a good father, and not a financial provider?
No, I think it depends. I'll say it's.
I'm just asking. I'm asking personal.
Oh yeah, I'm answering. I think it's subjective, because someone who may not be able to provide financially for you can be all these other great things, and that is okay for you, but it might not be okay for me, for her, or for her. You know, and I'm gonna be honest. Y'all already know how I stand. Yeah. So there's no guessing game. And to be honest, even when I was young and I was dating, I'm not even gonna say that because it doesn't sound good. I'll tell y'all off camera. I'm gonna be honest. Like, if economics and like financial status or whatever, if that's important to me, I'm gonna be honest, I'm gonna limit who I talk to. You know, and for some people, limiting like your options may not work for you, but it worked for me. You know, and the only reason I limited my options because I already knew that I wasn't gonna be comfortable in a situation